Okay, I should be live now. Let me go ahead and check and make sure on YouTube that the stream is live. Let's see. Looks like it. Okay. Stream is live. Let's go ahead and review what we were doing here. We've got saboteurs, hungry bears, step raiders, inaccurate reports, officer death chance. Okay. Hey, Jacob, welcome. I think you're the first and only person here so far. So welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Looks like we've got 143 days, so we have 42 days left. We'll need to run along here and go fight that encamped army. Take a look at our army. Okay, observation musketeers. We've got a lot of them. We've got a handful of Russian musketeers, our grenadiers. Oh, we need to customize our Russian unit, so we can do that. It's 9 o'clock where you're at. That's good. I'm glad it's not too late. I feel bad for all of you guys who watch in Europe and that it's so much later there than it is here. And while we're waiting for people, I'm gonna go ahead and customize some units. Give them some names, maybe see if we can change their flags and their uniforms. So let's see, for this guy, let's name him the Permsky Musketeers. And let's see if the Permsky had a particular uniform. No, it looks like it's just a green coat with red inside, and that's what they have. Let's see if they've got a particular flag. They've got some sort of... They got some sort of critter with a thing on its back. That doesn't really show up here. What is this? Horse. A fish. Here, maybe we'll just do this flag. And then we'll give them... okay, yes, the green part is right, and then this part should be red. Here, we'll do that. Okay, Permsky Musketeers, welcome. Next up, we've got these guys. Let's give them another nice name. How about Koporsky? Koporsky. Koporsky, and then let's take a look at their flag. Okay, they've got... I don't even know what this is on their flag, so I think we're gonna go ahead and just go with this, and we'll just leave the colors as they are. And then is there anyone else who isn't named here? Doesn't seem like it. Cool. Well, we're looking good there. Let's take a look at our items, make sure that we're happy with them. And then, so long as we're happy... Okay, these guys have got grenades. That's kind of cool. I need to remember that. And maybe I'll give these guys a blanket. Okay. I think we're pretty happy with everyone's items at the moment. So, let's go ahead and get cooking. We're gonna force march over to this encamped army and fight them. Our army is numerically a little bit smaller, but we have like 1 million Cossacks, so it's fine. We'll fight that guy on the way, sure. And welcome everybody. Glad you could make it out for the live stream today. How's everyone's Sunday going so far? Let's see, land millets on this side, some musketeers over here. If you can try to get everyone in Cossack Brigade, great coats, blankets, Bibles, spirits, and speed items. I'll try my best. Those are pretty good items. It looks like they almost all have great coats right now, except for the Dawn Cossacks. They've got breastplates, which are better. But yeah, I definitely do want to get them all blankets. And some more speed items. Let's go ahead and figure out what we're gonna do here. Maybe we put our Fusiliers should be over here, and then our weaker observation units we can put on this side, and we'll put these musketeers over here too, and the grenadiers we can have over here, and we're gonna have all of our Cossacks come over here, and I should probably rename them to the Azov Cossacks, and I'll do that after this battle. And the second unit could be heavy cavalry. Yes, I do want to get a unit of Russian cavalry versus Cossack cavalry. I think that will probably have this one Cossack unit in it, but I'm gonna try not to get more Cossacks. Okay, let's go ahead and get set up. Let's get our battalion artillery forward. Let's get our observation recruits forward. These guys forward. And Cossacks right out wide. What do we have? 3-pound guns? Okay. So they're not going to be using up very much ammunition at all. Let's let them unlimber and just shoot. Let's slow things down while we're getting our guys in formation here. Yeah, Jacob, the Hanoverian campaign has been painful. And most of that has just been me underestimating the new AI, and I've been playing in such a way that it is that's really hurt me. I'm still hopeful that we can win, but I know that it's going to be really tough, and I need to really tighten up my play in order for that to work out. Hey John, welcome. Let's see, let's get my Cossacks ready. And let's come up and blast these guys with our Slobodian Cossacks. And then we'll have these guys in reserve, ready to charge in. Okay, run away. Okay, nice. We shattered them. We've gotten the attention of these land millets. Stop these guys from running. Hello there, Joachim. Welcome. Hi from Bavaria. That's cool. Bavaria is very cool, and about to get added into the new HRE, the new HRE nation being added. I look forward very much to playing with Bavarian units. Let's go ahead and try to encircle the land millets a little bit, and then we'll charge in. And let's switch to canister. Really, Cav can brace? Does it have a, oh, you're right, it actually does have a bracing modifier. That's kind of cool. Nice, we hit them in the back. And I can get away with that because this is provincial cavalry, so it's not moving very fast, but I'm not going to get away with that I'm not going to get away with that when these are stronger light cavalry units. Okay, let's go ahead and try to hit the... Let's go ahead and try to hit the land millets in the back here. Maybe I send these guys over to hit those musketeers before they recover. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do like the bait and switch, but that is going to be very challenging the further you get into the game. Let's go ahead and take... Let's go ahead and take the money and ammunition. I need a third officer. Yeah, let's see, heavy socket bayonets, we can slap that on our... actually, this might be better. 8 and 8 versus 6 and 8, yeah. Let's give it to these musketeers, perhaps. Yeah, get rid of those worn bayonets. Let's come visit the slums. And we'll pay them to stay quiet. Okay, that worked out. And now let's come over here and fight this encamped army. Yeah, Jacob, I did see that. I am cautiously optimistic for both of those games. When I saw the Warhammer 40K like pre-alpha gameplay, I thought it looked I didn't like the UI, you know, like the stuff that was appearing at the bottom of the screen. I don't know. It just kind of bothered me, but we'll see. Maybe they'll further refine it and make it look better. I am hopeful for Medieval 3 and that will be a really good game for Total War. Okay, let's see what they've got. They've got a bunch of light infantry. They've got some artillery in the back. They've got weak weak cavalry here. And redcoats. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to find a... Maybe we deploy over here at this town. No, Gophorus, you're not too late. We've only fought one battle, and it was a patrol. Here we're fighting an encamped army, so you're here for a much more important battle. Let's go ahead and get our observation units ready. Let's get our Cossacks over here ready to run around and hit this side. We're going to hit this side because this is the British side of the line, and they're going to be less effective in melee than this side. And I said I would change the name of the Azov Cavalry, but oops, I forgot. And let's go ahead and deploy like this. Let's get the observation recruits across. Let's put the artillery here in the... maybe a little to the side here. We'll put our Jacob observation musketeers in the center and our fusiliers. Maybe we have hold this hill. Heck, maybe that's what we do, is we put the artillery over here partially on the hill. And the fusiliers can be here. We'll keep our grenadiers over here. And our 2 musketeer units can stay here. And all of the Cossacks will go across. Mechanicus. I've never played Mechanicus. I'm not very big on the Warhammer franchise. I did play the Total War Warhammer games, but I'm not super familiar, especially with the 40K games. I'm not too familiar with that setting. You're right, one of my Cossacks does have grenades. It's the Kampanayski. So I need to remember to try to use that. Thank you for the reminder. Let's go ahead and open fire. But let's not hit those Jaegers. We're not going to do much damage to them. I have thought about playing some other games on the channel. So, for example, a friend of mine recently gifted me Hades 2, if you guys are familiar with that. Would you guys be interested at all in seeing gameplay of other things like Hades 2? I would still primarily play Master of Command, but I thought might be fun to put other games on the channel too. Yes to more games? Okay, Jacob. I will happily put more games on the channel. I wonder, they seem to be playing kind of defensive, maybe because they have the artillery advantage. So I'm gonna pull our... Oh, is the artillery shooting at us? Yeah, it is. This one is, at least. Maybe we get our... Maybe we get our Cossacks going over there, and then we get our more range-focused cavalry coming up and harassing them. Gophras, you're right. It is my channel, and I am having fun just doing what I want. But also, it's what you guys are interested in. So I don't wanna play something that people aren't gonna be interested in. You know. Okay, so we shattered them, that's good. Let's position to take out this artillery and cavalry. Okay, good. Let's draw them back. And then charge them in the flank. Okay, good. That worked out. How are we doing down here? Let's switch to... our poor guys are getting shot up a little bit. Okay. I want you guys to come up and hit the artillery with a volley. Let's pull back a little bit here, Cossacks. And watch how we're doing over here. Let's try to close in a little bit more. Okay, we're focusing wrong guys here. Okay, and then charge in here. Charge in here. And then you come in. Good, we finally beat those, the light infantry there. Let's get our Cossack cavalry lined up. And anyone else can just fire as they line up here. And let's form up into a line and then just charge the foot. Okay, charge in. Let's start spreading guys out here. Have you two act as decoys in the front, you come to the side. Why not switch you guys back to, they're kind of not listening to me. I'm trying to get them off of sprint mode and they're not listening. I'm trying to change their free fire back to volley and they're not listening either. Okay, let's first swing the Tatars over. And then let's see. Yeah, I know that my guys are fighting that provincial cavalry over here. Here, you can charge them. Okay, good job, Grenadiers. Good job, good job. You guys have earned a break. Let's bring these guys forward. And you guys can also march forward. And let's swing over here and try to knock out the artillery since they're basically undefended. Here, you charge in over here, and you charge into them. And you guys keep messing around with the leftover infantry. And I'm going to try to pull up my musketeers. Let's get the Azov and these guys out wide. Let's get you guys mobile and moving. I don't want to commit the Dawn Cossacks because I'm afraid the Hanoverian foot is going to shoot them. So I really want these guys to draw attention. But also I'm okay just charging in if they don't take the bait. You guys charge these recruits, try to get some more experience. Okay, fall back. And let's bring you guys forward. And let's try to catch these guys. No, don't charge. Don't charge that Highland foot. Actually, you can. I want you to get more experience. And then these other guys... Here, let's form up here. And there we go. Alright, what have you guys been talking about here? I've been peeking at the chat, but I haven't been able to keep up. If it's a strategy, I think most of us would be interested. Yeah, I mean, I think the problem, the reason why I haven't been more aggressive with the Hanoverian cavalry is that I feel like there's just so much enemy cavalry that it outnumbers us, and I feel like I can't get those favorable like one-on-one fights like I can with my Cossacks. But we'll see. We'll see. I can try to use my Hanoverian cavalry more aggressively. All right, what have we got here? We did take a number of casualties, so I might want to get the replenishment. It's not like I can get that much money from this, so Let's go with the conscription and see what we get here. Oh, we can get much better artillery accuracy. I like that. I am going to go with the experimental artillery. Because I think that's also a unique Russian trait, so it'll be cool. It's too late, Jacob. I saw that you wanted me to get the veterancy. I'm sorry that I didn't do that. Okay, none of these are good for an artillery officer, so we're gonna skip. Okay. So now we've got some stakes, so I could upgrade our here, let's give you that. And then where's our observation recruit? We can turn you. Do I want you to be musketeers or do I want you to be field artillery? Ah, you're right. I'll change the Azovs. Thank you for pointing that out. Cossacks, and we're saving up to make them the Don Cossacks, or a unit of Don Cossacks, as John likes to laugh at me every time I say the Don Cossacks. Alright, Jacob, since you want them to be musketeers, I'll change them to musketeers. And we will update them. It's just because it said Azov cavalry, and I mean, like, yeah, it's Cossack cavalry, but it was kind of throwing me off that everyone else is like, you know, Don Cossacks, Kompanevsky Cossacks, and then these guys were Azov cavalry. So I made I said that I wanted to change them to Cossacks when I was out of battle. Okay. Let's see. Yep, they're okay, so we've got them renamed to Musketeers. These guys are Musketeers. How much more do they need? They still need a little bit more veterancy, Jacob, and then they can be Fusiliers, if that's what you mean. They need one more level. And let's go ahead and keep, just for the sake of keeping things in a way that it makes sense, let's have all of our observation units and our artillery over here, and then our Russian infantry over here. Okay, and let's take a look at things that we can sell off. Maybe, okay, let's get rid of their grenades and give them these spirit rations. And we can give the grenadiers the grenades. And I don't want to give these units spirit rations at the moment, just because they are supposed to be our better at shooting, our cavalry that's better at shooting. So I'm going to hold off on them. And I'm going to give these guys Neustats. It hurts their reload, but they're able to fire a little further, and I like that. And here, I'm going to take off the Commissar and give you this T. And I'm going to take off your Bulgators and give you the Commissar. Oh, shucks. Never mind. Here, you can take here, take that tobacco. Or not the tobacco, the coffee. No, you have tea. Oh my gosh. I'm terrible at this game. I don't know why you guys bother to watch. Here, take your full gators back. Here, let's give both of these guys wooden stakes. And let's... Okay, it's 1,200 to purchase a new brigade. Let's go ahead and work our way over here. See if there's an army over here. Do the encounters and try to open up another brigade instead of spending more money at the moment. And let's get more... Let's get more experience for the officers. And then let's move. Hi, clinches. Yes, I'm still in Act 1. Okay, observation recruits. I like that. Oh, observation field artillery. So this is a good village. I don't want to burn it down. Yeah, we can sell the crosses. I'm okay with that. I'm not a big fan of crosses. We can sell that. And we can sell these items. Actually, a lot of cylindrical ramrods here, which is pretty cool. Let's come check out these battlefields. Yeah, commit a bunch of reservists. Excellent. I plan on coming back. Well, I'm hoping to come back here, Jacob. So I can check out the stable then, if I'm able to make it back. Shucks. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Let's come check out this fort. Sure. And let's do the bombardment. Continue. Let's do another bombardment. Continue. Let's maybe spend some money now, since we're getting a little low on ammunition. Okay. And then let's use the grenades. And we get a new doctrine. The provision consumption, I think, is pretty good, especially since we're going around so much on force march. So let's reduce that provision consumption. Come over here. And are there any cheap officers? Yes. Charge. Okay. Oh, our Cossack brigade can be upgraded. So let's take a prudent for the combat effectiveness. And then yeah, let's give you a Charleville instead of a Neustadt. And what do I want to do here? Probably want to get like a melee officer for this brigade. So I'm okay with taking this guy, who gets a little bit of a charge. I guess it's not that good, right? Plus 5% charge isn't very good. So maybe we're just better off taking this guy and trying to roll for a better trait. Bunch of surf recruits, Russian rider. What if I sell a bunch of stuff here? Yeah, what if I sell a bunch of stuff, try to buy a Russian rider, to then upgrade into some of the Russian cavalry here? Yeah, I could get the guy with the supply wagon for next time, or for when I open up a my next brigade. And then let's go ahead and sell off a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna sell off most of that, and I'm gonna sell off our light bayonet. We'll keep the dragoon swords because that might be useful for the rider recruits. I'm gonna sell off the half gators. I'll sell off that cartridge box. And then I can sell off the gun picks. Let's see. Let's just sell all this for now. And what was a rider recruit? 375? I'm also kind of hurting for more supplies here. So 375 and then 1200 here. So I need 1575 in order to expand a slot here and get the rider recruits. Let's sell that. I don't want to sell him off yet. We can sell the large canteen. We can sell that. Man, I might just have to sell off like all this stuff. Okay. So let's buy the Russian rider recruits. And then let's expand here. And you can be here. And then we're going to raid this town. So we're going to raid it. Get our money and food back. And the HQ is about to come for us. So we actually won't have time. Well, where is the HQ? It's over here. So I don't think I'll actually have time to make it back to this town, but maybe I can make it here and see if we can pick up any units. Maybe I could have made it back to this town. What have we got here? Observation recruits? Okay, 2 observation recruits. But I think I can... I think I maybe can only afford 1 of them. Here, let's give that to you. And we'll give you the Dragoon Swords. And I think that's about it. And then you can take... I guess take this Commissar back. And give you the Spirit Rations and maybe the Haversack. And I'll buy one of these observation recruits. And yes, I'll buy up some reservists. Okay. And then make sure we're replenishing. And let's give you a Spontoon, a Tompion, and the coffee, Shepherd's Axe. Maybe after I raid this town, I can open up a slot and give them the Shepherd's Axe. Okay. Oh, I took their grenades away. Here, take this beer. Okay. And then could I run down here and try to visit this town real quick? Only one way to find out. Let's visit these slums. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's just take the... Let's just take that. And I don't think we're gonna make it to this town because the HQ is gonna be on top of us. But we'll see. It's so close. Hello, Combat Ineffective Gaming. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me make sure that I'm good with everyone here. Yeah, I think I think we're okay with all of these. Let's see what we're up against. A bunch of Dragoons. We should be able to eliminate them with our Cossacks. We'll need to keep an eye out for this unit and make sure they don't charge into us. Yeah, this is a fun game. I've been having a lot of fun enjoying it, so I'm glad that you're enjoying it as well. I think we'll probably try to set up on the hill over here and try to keep like a tight formation with our units. And then have these guys as backup. And let's go ahead and deploy. And get our Here, let's set the artillery up over... I didn't check whether this was the strong side or not. Unfortunately, it is. So the cavalry I might have flanking out this way. But let's go ahead and put the artillery up over here. We'll get our Fusiliers on the hill. Our Musketeers over here. And then the recruits over here. And the Grenadiers over here. Rider recruits, I'm just going to keep in reserve for now. Cossacks will come this way. Let's get our supply wagon forward. And let's spread these guys out a little bit so that they're not as vulnerable to artillery. And here, let's pull the Cossacks back just so that all of their units concentrate in this area. Because I want them to advance on this area instead of, like, separating per se. At least until they get closer. Okay, now let's come this way. Let's unequip bayonets over here. We can always put them back on if we need to. Let's spread out a little bit more here. And let's start working our way over to hit this British foot in the flank. Thanks, John, for pumping me up and encouraging people to hit the like button. I appreciate you. Okay, let's swing these guys around. Let's have these guys over here. And maybe we try to hit that artillery while it's still advancing. And let's try to get their attention. Okay, there we have it. Looks like these two units are turning. And these dragoons are coming to deal with us. So this is where it might get a little dicey as we try to dance around with these dragoons. Okay, hit them, hit them. Okay, good. We took out that dragoon unit. Let's go ahead and keep trying to lure the other ones. Here, I want you to be the bait. How are we doing over here? Switch to canister. Okay. Okay, good. We smashed all those dragoons. Let's pull back, pull back. And let's try to correct our line over here a little bit. You equip your bayonets because these guys are about to charge in. Don't run. Don't run. Okay. How are we doing over here? Okay, those guys look like they're pretty done. Pull back the general. Let's bring up our rider recruits. What have they got over here? 2 dragoons that I think shouldn't be too much of a problem. Are you guys even doing anything? No, you're just kind of standing there. Are these guys bugged? Are they not gonna? They're not gonna fire. Okay. They're not helping. Oh man, these British Grenadiers have done a number. Okay, looks like we got their attention over here. Okay, good. We're sweeping through their back line. These guys are firing again. Let's go ahead and just keep on coming over here. Jeez, get out of there, rider recruits. Okay, good job all Cossacks. Let's pull all you guys forward, and let's let the rider recruits try to pick up as many kills as they can get now. You guys have like no damage on you, so come forward, and I'm gonna use you guys to take out the foot, the remaining foot. You don't need to run anymore. Make sure all my cavalry isn't running so that they can start to recover a little bit of stamina. Oh man, these guys took so many losses. Ah, that's so sad. Here, switch to round shot until they get into range. And let's go ahead and speed things up here. Okay, switch to canister. Try and charge them down, get some less kills. And same with you guys. Try and charge into those red coats. Let's bring the general over. And after this volley, we should be over. You want me to get EXP, Jacob? I can do that. I can do that. And this guy, he's gonna be our melee brigade. This will be our second line. Or maybe just like maybe our line brigade, actually. Okay, melee. Melee traits, melee traits. Nothing. I mean, the move speed is good, but I don't like the hit to stamina. And then our artillery guy. We can take reload speed at the cost of accuracy, sure. So now we've got extra range. So we're up 15% range, and we're up 10% reload, and we're down 5% accuracy. Okay, and let's upgrade you guys into Dawn Cossacks. Not the Dawn Cossacks, but just Dawn Cossacks. And you guys can be... Oh shoot, I'm short of veterancy, oops. And this is as far as you go, right? Yeah. And these guys can be observation fusiliers. So let's change that to fusiliers. And these guys can also be fusiliers. Fusiliers. Our rider recruits got enough experience to be provincial cavalry. That's good. They're slightly less useless. And let's give them... Here, let's give them this step horse so that they'll be a little bit faster. And let's give them a saddle too. And everything else I'll get sorted out as we move into Act 2. Oh man, we'll be able to move even faster. I could go for the melee damage. I mean, I think the melee damage might be the move, right? Since we're relying so heavily on our cavalry. It's gonna stink taking that hit to our accuracy, but Jacob, you think I should go blitz over offensive spirit? Everyone says blitz, huh? Alright. We'll go blitz then. Okay, and then Preobrazhensky Lifeguard, Field Hospitals, Cuirassiers, Kievsky Musketeers. I'm thinking East Prussia. What do you guys think? I like the lifeguards and I like field hospitals. Welcome, Revere. Yeah, you think East Prussia, Jacob? I agree. I like Livonia, but I really like getting the field hospitals doctrine. So I'm gonna go East Prussia, and we'll be fighting the Prussians. Yeah, a hospital is also useful as Russia because I feel like when you play as Russia, you take a lot of casualties, and so this will help offset that a little bit. Oh, and I didn't even notice that we have to raid settlements, which, I mean, we love raiding settlements. So let's switch over to Force March. Hey, thanks, Combat Ineffective. Really appreciate you watching, man. Let's see what we've got here. Actually, before we buy here... Okay, so we don't want to buy units here. At least, we don't want to buy infantry here. None of these towns, or none of these cities offer, like, favorable unit purchasing. Surf recruits. Okay, so what do I want to do? Let's go ahead and let's put our line guys over here. You're going to turn into artillery, so you're good there. Let's give you the officer. And then, so I could get another surf recruit to turn into a grenadier over here. And then let's buy up reservists, because we need a bunch. Yeah, Revere raiding has a chance to notify the HQ so that it comes sooner, but especially as Russia, it's so efficient to raid. It's very, very efficient. Okay, let's take a look at the gunsmith. There's some excellent weapons that we could buy here. There's also some excellent tea in here. Okay, and let's rename these guys from surf recruits to the Tobolsky recruits. Tobolsky. And let's see what their flag looked like. Okay, so they've got the green and red background. So it looks like that. And then we can just We can just leave them with the bear. I'm okay with that. As long as that isn't... Yeah, the others we haven't done anything like that. And let's go ahead and give them a haversack. Give them cheese and maybe these gun picks. Oh my gosh. I do this constantly. Take a haversack. And the question is, do I want to start buying up good items here, or should I just hold on to the money? I think I will buy the excellent tea. Just so that I can give it to my artillery. And you make a good point, Jacob. I can put the... I could put the charge doctrine on the provincial cavalry. And it will make them... It will make them marginally more useful for charging. Oh no, I can't. This is only for infantry. I can't do it. I'm sorry, Jacob. It's only for infantry. Okay. I think from here I just raid the town. They do have some interesting stuff. Like, I mean, I could get the marksman for the artillery if I don't care about the max range bonus. Anything else interesting here? I could get it. Do they have a doctrine? They don't. Or a treatise, I mean. I think that I think I'll buy... Do I want the reload or do I want the accuracy? Let's go with the accuracy for now. And I can sell off some stuff here. And then I can buy the chaplain. And let's switch out this for accuracy. And Jacob, you want me to put the chaplain on a Cossack unit. So I'll do that. Maybe after I raid the town and get some money. And then John, you were talking about the sword in my inventory. They've got a dragoon sword. You're right, the cuirassier sword is probably a little bit better. And let's go ahead and raid this city down. And then we can go to this fort. Let's see where the slums are real quick. So there's a bunch of slums in the south there. Okay. So maybe we go over here, hit the fort. Hit this slum, slum, and then swing over this way. And we've got 136 days. Okay, let's raid. Okay. And I'll open up a slot on this guy because it's going to be a little bit cheaper. And I'll give him the chaplain. And then, let's see, what else can we do? We've got great coats. All of our Cossacks have great coats, but our provincial cavalry doesn't, which reminds me I need to rename them. So let's go ahead and find... We'll call them the Kievsky Provincial Cavalry. Does anyone have just normal shoes? You do, so you can take some better half gaiters. Got a limber chest here that you don't really need at the moment. I need to get a better artillery weapon. I need to be on the lookout for one of those. Yeah, I gave them the Kirasir sword, right? Yeah, I did. So now they've got the great coat and the Kirasir sword. Okay. Now let's go ahead and move up to this fort. And let's strip the fort, lay an ambush. Cool, so we got good dragoon swords. Jönköping muskets that we can give to you. And the good dragoon swords I'll probably give to those guys. Yeah, you guys can take the good dragoon swords. That's just a straight increase in your melee. And then we can move up here, visit this slum. And let's send in a large rescue party. We lost an officer. Yikes. So we lost our line brigade officer, which means we lost our supply wagon. So that's kind of sad. So let's come over here and let's buy one thing of reservists. Let's look at the foundry. There's some decent artillery here. Reload last save. No. We don't reload the last save revere. I think I'll hold off on buying anything here. Maybe some more reservists. This wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad to buy this guy. Oh, I see what you're saying, Jacob. Give me a second. Yeah, I'll take this guy. And now we have our supply wagon back, basically. And you wanted me to take the Kirasir, or the breastplates off of them and give them the greatcoat? Sure. There you go, Jacob. And now let's go ahead and maybe buy up a little bit of... No, I don't have any money. Let's sell that. And then buy a little bit of ammunition. And then we can raid this to the ground. Oh, now we've got good greatcoats. So let's give them good greatcoats. And then we can force march down here to this slum. Nope. Yes, I do want to know where the encamped armies are. Okay, so there's a patrol here, encamped army here, patrol here, encamped, okay. Let's visit this battlefield. Sure. Oh great, more Cossacks. Just what we needed. Here, take a greatcoat and a horseshoe and a normal canteen. And let's see about naming you. Okay, looks like we have the Orenburg Cossacks. I don't think we have Orenburg yet, right? Orenburg Cossacks. And let me see if I can look at your uniform. Okay. Looks like they used blue. Which they already are blue, so I mean, I guess we can keep them like that. Unless they match our Don Cossacks too much. I'll give them that light blue. Oh, we already have a light blue. What about this even lighter blue? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep on marching. Reservists are more expensive here, which is a shame. Let's sell that. I don't see myself using the large haversack. And we can probably sell the sturdy shoes. I'm going to sell the really bad elevation screw. I'll probably sell this treatise as well. Sure, I'll take a look at the stable, Jacob. We've got good cuirassier swords. Oh, an excellent heavy saddle. That's actually useful. So I can replace their heavy saddle. Yeah, I can sell the large canteen as well. And I'll pick up the large heavy saddle. Morale, I don't really need. At least I don't value morale that much. So boom, they've got a heavy saddle. And we can upgrade you guys and give you the heavy saddle. Hey, Revere. I don't think I picked like a, I don't think I picked a difficulty like major, martial, etc. I just used a custom difficulty. So the difficulty modifiers that I have on are inaccurate reports, I have reckless officers, I have scouting parties, and I have absent quartermasters. So I hope that answers your question. And I don't think I'm going to buy anything else from the stable here. Oh, hey, look, the Preobrazhensky lifeguards. We're about to get them once we raid this settlement. Okay, Preobrazhensky, they've got Tulas and socket bayonets. Pretty cool. Once I get my new brigade open, I'll put them in, but I'd rather keep these recruits in for now so that they can gain some experience. And speaking of experience, let's give them a spontoon and better cheese. Oh, and here we have good spirit rations, so we can trade that. Okay. Now let's go back on Force March, come visit these slums. And yeah, let's take the reservists. And we'll continue marching on south. We'll hit this patrol. Don't run from me. There we go. The biggest tricks, Revere? I don't know if I have any tricks per se. I used to have some tricks in the last patch, back when artillery was super busted and you could get really long range, but I haven't played a whole lot on this update, so I feel like I'm still trying to get a feel for it. Hey, have a good night, Joachim. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Revere, I don't think I've played enough on this patch to really have good tricks. I've been playing an Iron Man Marshall campaign, and I have been suffering. It's been really hard on me. Let's look at their line. Okay, so they got Freikorps Musketeers and Prussian Musketeers over here. Their Freikorps is going to be better in melee, so we probably want to focus on this side of the line. And with that being said, maybe we try to hold this town. Here is our artillery. And let's get... And then all of our cavalry we're gonna put over here. We have so many cavalry units. Oh, I forgot to rename these guys. That's my bad. I need to give them another name. Okay. Let's go ahead and get everyone spreading out. And then let's get our Cossacks moving. I do like the bait and switch, John Hickman. That is a pretty good trick that you've taught me. So who was it? Revere? You were talking about tricks. If you get cavalry that's really fast, so for example, I think our Tatars and our Kalmyks, we have tried to make them as fast as possible. And so I usually will send them in, get the attention of cavalry. It actually looks like we're drawing too much attention with the cavalry. I want them to advance over here, and then I'll send the cavalry in. You can use the faster cavalry to get attention, and then they'll charge in, and you have your heavy cavalry to the side, and then you charge in and hit them in the flank, and it works out really well. Honestly, their Jaegers are looking pretty overextended at the moment. So I might try to take advantage of that. Looks like these guys are setting up. Let's do the same here. Let's set up our artillery. So let's have these two Cossacks units charge into those Jaegers that are overextended. Let's move these guys out to the flank along with this Russian cavalry. And then let's see if we can hit these Freikorps Jaegers as well. No, we didn't get the big charge into them. So let's bring these guys up. Let's get these recruits out wide a little bit. Man, these guys are so slow compared to our Cossacks. Okay, let's pull everyone back now. Pull back, pull back. And you guys come over here and let's try and knock out these hussars and then hit the artillery. What is with the range on these guys? Unfortunately, you guys are gonna need to start running. These hussars are coming in hot. Okay, let's try to countercharge them. Unfortunately, the provincial cavalry got smacked pretty well there. Let's go ahead and charge in over here to help out. And we'll switch you to canister. Okay, we got our provincial cavalry back, which is good. Because I want to use them to chase down routing units and get some experience. Oh. Okay. Let's have you guys draw attention. Perfect. Okay, and then let's try to get them to withdraw. These aren't going to be able to. And then you guys, once they break, you will chase down the remnants of that unit. And you guys just stay in reserve because you're all messed up. Perfect. And then stop hitting that unit, please. There we go. And you guys will chase them down. Oh my gosh, the canister. Hope these guys make it in time. No, they won't. I am going to take the casualty replenishment this time around. Just because we're out in the middle of nowhere and we really need to be able to replenish. Reload speed is good. Reload and move speed, fire damage. Let's... What do you have? Reload. What do you have? Fire damage. Here. Let's give you the reduction in fire damage. And you can take this better reload doctrine, and then we'll open a slot for you. And I'll give you this Potsdam. go ahead and check out this battlefield. I kind of hope it's not a battle. Okay, good. Take the reservists. Let's run over here to the slums. And then here... Man, if only I had field hospitals already. Here, let's try to not take the attrition hit. Okay, we took it. We took the attrition hit. Let's come over here. Let's I really don't need the food, even though it's cheaper here. I would have loved to buy the food, but I don't actually need it. I can definitely sell the worn musket. Maybe I should just sell off like all of this basic stuff. We'll check the stable. There's an excellent light saddle here. Which we could buy and give to the provincial cavalry for right now. Just so they move around a little faster. And they don't have any excellent horses. Excellent cylindrical ramrod, excellent heavy jacket. But I think that's the same as the breastplate, right? Yeah. In terms of effectiveness. There is an excellent canister, which I like. So we'll do that. Get everyone replenishing. Yeah, I could buy the grenades in case I come across a fort. And maybe I'll just hand them the grenades. And nothing super special here. So let's just buy up... I think I'll just buy up a bunch of reservists and then burn the town down. Oh, actually I want to sell all my... I want to sell all of my junk first. So I'm going to sell everything that's like just basic. I'm going to keep the saddle because we can still technically put that on some cavalry. Everything else I can sell. I'm gonna keep the canister. I'll sell the dragoon sword. Okay, there we go. Just do some clearing out. Buy up some reservists. And then let's burn this. Burn this town. Cool, we got some good cylindrical ramrods out of it. There we go. That's pretty neat. These are things that we can sell. And let's keep on force marching over this way. Here's another town that I can go ahead and raid. But they do have some excellent horses, so maybe we'll take a look at that. Excellent step. What have you? Good step. You're just basic Frisian. Good Hungarian. Basic Hungarian. Basic step. And you don't have a horse at all. So let's take our charge guy. And then this guy. And let's give you the excellent Hungarian. Or here, someone had like a good Hungarian, right? Yeah, you've got a good Hungarian. So let's give you the excellent Hungarian. And you can take a good one. And you can take the excellent steppe horse. And I'll just save the steppe horse in case I come across more cavalry. And we'll sell these things. And then we'll raid this town. Excellent greatcoats. That's not bad. And excellent spirits. Maybe the good Frisian. I think I'm going to wait for excellent Frisian horses because I only have one unit that's using Frisian horses at the moment, and I would rather just get a an excellent Frisian horse instead of I'd rather get an excellent Frisian horse. Are there excellent Bibles in here? There are. They reduce morale damage. Yeah, you're right. I do want the excellent greatcoat. That's a really good value. And then I'll yes, the bulletproof one. Okay, I'll get the Bibles. And I might get the excellent spirit rations. Yeah, I could definitely buy these two. And then give him one. And give him one. And then the pocket Bible. Here, give you the excellent greatcoat. And we'll give this unit the pocket Bible, since he's more likely to go up front and get shot. And I don't use the buck and ball very often. I don't use it at all, actually. So I should probably give this to another unit. Here, you can hold on to the buck and ball. And I'll give you this quartermaster. And then you can have... You can have this commissar to hopefully level up faster. Okay, I've spent a lot of money. I need to burn this town down and get my money back. Maybe I'll buy some ammunition first. And then we'll burn it down. Oh, and I hope that patrol comes over here. Here's some more stuff to sell. Probably sell those off. And then let's force march up here and fight this guy. They've got some Prussian hussars and some Prussian provincial cavalry. Their line infantry isn't too bad. By that I mean I'm not too afraid of them. They're not very strong. Yeah, I'll put the greatcoats on after this battle, Jacob. Okay. Let's go ahead and park our artillery up on the hill over here. And we'll have our guys ready to go here, along with these guys. Cossacks will keep back for now, lure the enemy in. And okay, field artillery, get up on the hill. Okay, cavalry, come over here. Okay, that'll be good. Okay, let's start moving our Cossacks out a little bit. Hi, Comrade CPU, welcome. We are going to try to do some hammer and anvil here. These guys are not unlimbered. Yeah, I'll probably remove some bayonets, John, once our guys are all lined up in formation. Let's try to hit that field artillery until these guys get closer, and then we'll switch to canister. Okay, and then we'll try to hit them in the side. Very nice. Okay, very nice. Okay, then charge in. And then you guys charge in. Run this way, and then charge in, and then charge in. Okay, now let's get into... Here, let's switch you over to canister now. And we'll just charge these musketeers. Okay, and then pull out. Yeah, everybody pull out. Let's let the... there's not much left for the provincial cavalry. Maybe I'll move them over here to pick off the... Oh no, stop. Wait, what? Oh, we got charged. Oh, shoot. So it looks like there's 2 Hussar units over here. Let's pull them this way, and then do that. Okay. See if we can rally that provincial or provincial cavalry. Okay, we'll win that melee, but we'll charge these guys in for good measure. Okay. So, I guess that just shows the dangers, right, of getting too distracted with microing the cavalry, because my artillery got charged when I wasn't watching, and then a unit of observation fusiliers got charged while I wasn't watching, so it is a little dangerous to leave your units unattended. I'm gonna go with the veteran C because I have a handful of units that I need promoted. Okay, let's go with the melee option. We can sell that, sell that. Got a good light saddle here. Oh, good stakes. There, you take that. Yeah, the artillery did survive, but if I were playing, if I'd been playing with the difficulty modifier, where if they shatter, they lose more men, I would have lost that artillery. Okay. They have an open slot. So let's give them the light saddle. And I'll give them the coffee rations instead. And we can give them the excellent canteen. 25, 25. Here, let's give them the heavy jackets instead, because I think the -4 stamina isn't as bad as the -6 speed at this point. I take the buck and ball off of you and give you wooden stakes, I guess. And let's go ahead and march around this encamped army and get to that outpost. Let's take on the reservists and then come over here. And it's going to be bad to sell items here, so I'm not going to sell anything. But I am going to take a look at what they have. Oh, here we go. Excellent horses. So let's replace you. And I'll replace. No, we'll keep the big charge bonus for them. Here, let's give these guys the better step horses. You guys can just take the good ones. And then eventually we'll give you the Frisian horse, probably. Yeah, John, anyone can get an animal mascot, but the encounter that unlocks the animal mascot is the deer herd. And I feel like I don't find the deer herds very often, and I only very rarely get the mascot encounter. During the week when Master of Command was free, the mascot encounter was not rare really, but I think ever since then I've maybe only had the mascot encounter once. I feel like they made it very rare. No, slums can have pretty good encounters. So, for example, with the slums, you can pay money to see where all the armies are on the map. So that's why I can see this patrol army here, this patrol army here, the encamped armies. So slums are good for that, but they can also have pretty bad effects. So I think they're really good or they're really bad. As for this city, I don't love the units that it offers, but I don't want to burn it down because of the foundry. I want to keep that foundry open. So I'm not going to burn this place down. And the stable, I mean, the excellent Hussar Sabers are cool. So they're what, 14 and 10? That's not bad. And then they've got good Hussar Sabers. But I'll just buy the excellent ones, and then we'll give it to these guys, I guess. Horseshoes. Do we have a better item for you than horseshoes? It doesn't really seem like it. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go get I'm gonna go get one more slum, for sure. So I think I want to fight. Let's see, where are? Okay, so there's an encamped army up here. I think what I'm gonna do, Jacob, is I'm gonna hit this patrol army. Maybe this one if they end up coming close. So I would ideally fight these 3 patrol armies before fighting an encamped army. Can I give them spirits? Oh, you're right. Good eye, John. I would rather them have the spirits than the horseshoe. And yeah, Revere, I'm gonna hit the closest slums for sure. So let's go check that one out. Let's go do this battlefield. Face a tough enemy field army. I think we can do that. Oh, and it gave us another observation fusilier unit. Very nice. And I might switch out these recruits just for this one battle, since we're fighting a tough army. And let's give them. Did you have anything good here? The cheese is okay. Cheese is okay. Gun picks are okay. So let's give you guys cheese, gun picks, ramrod, great coat, maybe the buck and ball. I can sell off this basic Hussar Saber. Okay, let's just leave it at this. I don't need to give him the buck and ball. I probably won't end up using it. And let's see, we're fighting a bunch of Prussian musketeers, which I'm not too worried about. Some Fusiliers, Freijaegers, Prussian Hussars. Okay. Thanks for mentioning that, Revere. Yeah, I usually do that as well. Like if I need the manpower, I can bleed one of my regiments, or if I need ammunition, I can take it off of like cavalry, who usually aren't using ammunition that much. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, they've got their veteran musketeers over here, and on this side they've got their fusiliers. So let's go ahead and set up probably with our infantry over here, and then the cavalry can sweep over this way. Let's get our guys. I should have switched these guys out for the Fusiliers. I had observation Fusiliers that I could have put in. Our Jacob Fusiliers are actually pretty low on men. Maybe I'll have them in reserve. Or like way on the wing here. Okay, and then let's grab our other units. The Lifeguard can... Yeah, the Lifeguard I can put on the front line in an emergency, but they're not going to be amazing on the front line. And let's bring all of our Cossacks over here. I think I might keep the provincial cavalry over here in reserve, just because they can't keep up with the Cossacks right now. We only have 3 cannons in our field artillery. That's kind of sad. Okay. Then let's go ahead and get everyone advancing. Oops, there we go. Let's put the artillery in this hole right here. And let's start bringing cavalry over this way. Spread out a little bit so we're not so vulnerable to artillery. And we can remove bayonets here. Let's remove them here. And once these guys are in position, we'll take off their bayonets as well. I might double up melee units over here. And then let's start working this flank. Let's pull up these units. Heck, I might put these guys in the line and run up and try to throw grenades. Okay, comics are getting shot up. Pull them back. Pull back here. And then once these guys start to turn, we can charge into them. Shoot. Call it off, call it off. And... what? Okay, charge into them. Okay, cool. Let's pull everyone back for now. I need to come back over here. Okay. Let's throw a grenade. Very nice. Let's throw another grenade. Let's pull up our lifeguard here. Let's take a shot and then probably charge in. Take a shot here and then probably charge in. We're getting charged over here. Okay, good. We're good here. Let's deal with these guys. Orenburg. Cossacks should just sit back. What? How did those guys get through? We're on charge here. Okay, let's see about knocking off the rest of their cavalry. Oh, here, let's just charge into these guys in the back. Very nice. I hope I didn't lose my artillery. That's gonna be very sad. Oh, jeez. What? Oh my gosh, the guy hit by like a cannonball. Okay, let's go after their artillery. Okay, let's go ahead and knock out the artillery. Okay, good. They're all done for. Charge into those Jaegers. And let's finish wiping out these guys. John, I'm happy you're going to get a better mouse so that you can play the game. I'm excited for you. Man, I'm really hoping that the artillery didn't die. Yeah, I agree. Replenishment. The losses were pretty bad. No, my artillery unit died. I still need 2 more veterancy here. Let's take the combat effectiveness. A blanket, that's good. Let's see. Yeah. Here, let's take your good blanket. These guys are one veterancy point away. Yeah, I think the AI is really good at chasing down the artillery now, so I might have to play more conservative with the artillery, just have them sit back and use round shot instead of trying to get up close and use canister. I feel like that's been my downfall, is trying to get that canister off. I'll probably live stream for, I don't know, maybe another 20 minutes. I'll maybe fight this patrol army and then stop after that. Here, let's give you the blankets. Let's go ahead and force march. Let's go hit up these slums. Okay, winter's coming. Let's go get the slum. Delay the HQ by a week, I think is pretty good. I also like this one. But let's delay the HQ. Now we'll get casualty restoration after battle, which is good. Let's come over here. Let's just buy up all of the reservists. And then take a look at the stable. They've got good basket hilt broadswords. So that would be good for like this guy who's still got a hussar saber. And maybe I'll switch out his cuirassier swords. Or give him the palash sword. So let's do that. Your Cossacks have basic ones to upgrade? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna buy these 3. And then we give you the better palash sword. Let's give you the better basket hilt. You can take a good basket hilt. And you, I will give the palash sword. Now I can sell those 2. I'll hang on to the basket hilt for now. Actually, let's see, 10-10. Yeah, this is better. Okay. I'll hang on to the dragoon sword for now. And I can sell a bunch of stuff here. Oh, 1410, 200 for this hussar saber. Compared to 1410. Okay, so this is slightly cheaper and has the same stats. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and sell off all these things. I am very close to being able to open a new brigade, which I will do as soon as I burn down this town. The saddles? Yeah, that's true. These are excellent saddles, huh? Sure, I'll buy them both. And then we can upgrade you with the excellent light saddle, and you can take an excellent heavy saddle. And I think I'll sell these. So now let's go ahead and finish, or I guess start raiding this town. And then that should give that army some time to come over towards us, and then we can fight them. And I think after fighting this patrol, we'll, one cav don't have. Yeah, this cavalry doesn't have any saddles yet. I'll figure them out eventually. Yes, I'll open the last brigade, and I'll put our Fusilier in here. Let's actually switch that, because they get the reload speed. Heck, maybe we do that. And this will be our second cavalry. I don't know if I'm actually going to get 2 more cavalry units, but we'll see. I feel funny having no artillery, but I mean, I guess if I get 2 artillery, I guess it'd be fine, right? These guys don't have anything on them, so let's give them entrenching tools and canteens and maybe the good cartridge box. And, oh shoot, the full gators. Two arty for counter battery and canister to mow infantry. Yeah, that would be ideal. I just need to upgrade these guys and then find another artillery unit. Anyway, let's go ahead and do our last battle. Let's come fight this patrol. Okay. Land millets over here, land millets, grenadiers. So this is definitely the weak side of the line. We'll put our guys over here. And then let's take our... Oh, these guys I should have upgraded into grenadiers. Okay, I'll do that after this battle. I need to switch them to grenadiers. And maybe we try to hold this town. Who's over here? Observation units. Okay. So let's have all of our observation units run up here. Let's have all of you guys right behind them. And all cavalry come across. I should have put these guys in the cavalry brigade. That was a mistake. I need to try to remember to reorganize that later. Okay, we're almost in range of those batteries. So let's get our recruits like front and center so that they're getting into the fight. Let's put these guys over here. Let's take these guys and put them over here. We'll hold these two in reserve. And let's advance over here. Are you guys running? You don't need to run. You don't need to run. Let's spread out our melee units a little bit because they are taking a lot of damage. I also need to give more melee items to the Preobrazhensky and this unit because they kind of have a mix of, like, they have these gun picks and they don't really need gun picks. They don't really need iron ramrods. Okay, let's deal with these cuirassiers. Let's grab their attention. Okay, yep, I like that. These guys are getting pretty messed up. Maybe I spread them out a little bit more. Okay. Wait, keep running. Wait, they hit the Don Cossacks? What? I think that is one of the things that's still a little frustrating about the game is that units, units still aren't, they don't always they don't show up visually on the map where they, like, actually are. So sometimes units will get hit by random stuff and you're kind of not expecting it. Okay, they are done for. Let's have you charge in and finish off. Where are our lighter guys? Here they are. So let's bring them forward. Very good. You guys keep running. Good job, Preobrazhensky. Cool. So now they just got those cuirassiers left when it comes to their cavalry. Are you not hitting anybody at the moment? Oops. Good charge in. Charge in. Okay. Most of their guys are done for. Finish them off. You... Everyone else, keep coming. And let's sweep through and knock out these other units. Knock them out. Let's charge here. It looks like they're trying to hit my Fusiliers. Okay, they were able to fire through and hit my Fusiliers. That seems kind of silly, but oh well. And this should be the last unit. There we go. Yeah, John, I think it is a new map. I haven't really played on it before. So now we need... Unfortunately, we didn't capture many guys because we slaughtered a bunch of them. I'm probably going to take the money and ammunition. And, okay, I'm going to upgrade my guys, do some renaming, and then... and then we'll finish the stream. I don't really need stamina. We'll skip on that one. So let's see, we can upgrade you. Let's turn you into dragoons. And you can be grenadiers. You're still short. I need one more point to make you grenadiers. I need one more point to turn you into field artillery. These guys are all good. We'll move you over. And maybe put you over here. And this will just be like our recruit brigade for now. Okay, so these guys need to be dragoons. What else do we need? Cossacks, musketeers, should be grenadiers. Grenadiers. Oh, they need a number. So we've got first, second. You guys can be the third. How was I doing? Was I saying first? Yeah, third and fourth. Yeah, I need one more heavy cavalry unit to fill them out, and ideally I'll get two artillery units here. Let's sort the things that we're going to sell off. We've got good steppe horses. Does anyone need a good steppe horse? I could switch you. So let's do that. And then I can sell, well... Okay, if I get another heavy cavalry unit, I'm going to give him the Parisian horse, so I can sell off these two. All the rest of the stuff I'm going to keep for now. And then this row I can sell off next time I get to a town. And I think I've renamed everyone, right? There's nobody... Yeah, these all look good. Cool. Alright then, this is where we're going to end the stream. I want to thank all you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had a good time. As always, you know, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying. And I really appreciate the advice as always, guys. Keep it coming. I'm hoping that I'll be able to live stream again, maybe at the end of the week, like maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday. Weekends just usually are better for live streaming than weekdays because of work. So I'm sorry that the live streams have such a big gap between them, but it's just it's really tough, if not impossible, to live stream during the week. And if I were to try to live stream, it would be so late that I think most of you guys would be asleep. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.